going to establish yourself as a wealthy businessman in Argentina. A wealthy Syrian. Right? This is going to be your cover. So you're going to go there and you're going to make sure that everybody knows Kamal, the Syrian businessman. And that's what he does. And within a year, he is rubbing shoulders with the who's who in Argentina. And everybody knows about Kamal, the Syrian businessman. Comes back to Israel on a visit. He has an older daughter. And finally, a son is born that he never will see again. He's sent, the Mossad comes to him and says, you're ready for the big event. They send him in to see you. He goes to Europe, and from there, as a Syrian national, he is brought into Damascus, and he gets himself set up as a Syrian businessman. And he starts rubbing shoulders with everybody, including high military ranks. And so, as would happen with somebody who reaches that kind of friendship, they take him on a patrol of the Golan Heights. And they bring him to places, I don't know if he came to here, bring him to places like here, because we have this place. Where do you think the next bunker is?
That way.
Up there where that next set of trees is. And they bring him here, except there were no trees at the time. And they said, we're having a terrible problem of erosion because this black volcanic soil, that's what this is, volcanic soil, isn't holding the trees. So he said, you know what? Australia has these great trees. Eucalyptus trees. Don't you know about them? The Israelis have known about them for years. Plant them by your bunkers. Okay? They will soak up all the excess liquids from the ground, and your bunkers will be in one spot.
Nice.
Comes the fourth day of the 6-day war, and the Israeli Air Force knew exactly where to find the bunker. But that's not the end of the story. Unfortunately, the end of the story for Eli Cohen is that one day when he was sitting in his hotel room, he lived in a fancy hotel, and he had a little Morse code kit.
In Syria?
That's what he did, in Damascus. And he was his door is kicked open, and several Syrian officers come in, find him red-handed with the Morse code, sending messages to Israel. They arrest him, they give him a monkey trial, and this is the newspaper from Yediot Achronot, that's one of the popular Israeli newspapers, from the 18th of May, 1965. It says, the Israeli Eli Cohen is hanged this morning in Damascus. To this day, Eli Cohen's remains have not been returned to Nadja, his wife, and to his children. And every time we've had negotiations with Syria, right now is not the time to negotiate with Syria. I hope you know why. But every time negotiations come up, one of the cards on the table has been the return of Eli Cohen's remains. Two last things, and then we'll